5, 4,
Hey, Clifton,
3,
you can barely see your head, your
Your
face.
head is, just see your chin up. Right, there you go.
Yeah, that's better.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Welcome to the Clifton Joseph podcast. Old heads talking basketball, Raptors, and all kinds of stuff. Gentlemen, let's get straight to the chase. We won game 2. So elated. I think convincingly. 100-93. We led most of the way in the game. It was like the Raptors were playing the Raptors. We seemed to have solved a number of their problems, flummoxed them in the second and third and the fourth, didn't we? And we just had that defense on them. They couldn't get a game going. And that guy, Mark Davis, he's like Tony Brothers, who's no brother. The referees who are player haters for the Raptors, man. But we did this. two in a row. They said we couldn't do it without Kawhi. We did it last time against Milwaukee. Come on, y'all. What's with this Raptors team? What did they show you tonight, y'all? Come on in.
Raptors were tenacious. Everybody showed up. I mean, coach kept his bench very short, but he used his guys wisely. Everyone came to play.
Jude?
I agree. I mean, you know what? Game 4 tonight was kind of a microcosm of game 2 that we lost. We were up 8 points going into the fourth quarter. Marcus Smart in game 2 went up, hit 5 3-pointers and basically stole that game from us. By all accounts, the Raptors should be up 3-1 in this series. But I was happy this game here. We won wire to wire. Kyle Lowry set the tone. Siakam had his best games of the bubble. He's playing better. We're hitting our 3 balls. Serge Ibaka continues to impress. Anunoby's playing great. If we can get Norm Powell and Gasol to contribute, I think this would be overtaxing time for us Raptor fans. But full credit to the Raptors. Big comeback. Wire-to-wire victory. It was great.
I really especially like the player Siakam. I mean, he had played 45 minutes, 23 points, 11 rebounds, 2 assists, and he was aggressive tonight. It shades. I mean, he missed a lot of shots at the same time, but he was like the Pascal of old or Yor.
You're right there, Clifton. He was going after it. From the last previous 3 games to this game, you could see he felt more confident in his shot. He's doing his post-game turnaround, hit some nice jumpers up close. It's nice to see him get going. We need him to get going for us to win this championship. And it seems like he's got himself together, thank goodness.
He's been playing better every game so far. This is his best game of the bubble, best game of the series.
And let's talk about the point guard thuggery of North Philly. Kyle Lowry, 43 minutes, 22 points, 11 rebounds, 7 assists, 2 steals, 3 shy away from a triple-double. And he was doggish tonight. What did they call him back in the day? The dog of Bay Street? Didn't they call him the dog of Bay Street at one point?
I don't know about that one. But, Kyle was the best player on the court tonight.
That. Yeah, for the second game in a row. You're right, Michael. I think Kyle, in addition to all those stats that you mentioned, Clifton, he took a couple charges, drew a few offensive fouls, especially that big one on Tatum, the under 2 minutes. That
was such a bogus call, though. What did it say? Simultaneous, like Mark Davis did it.
Full credit to the Raptors. We played outstanding. You know what? Which call are you referring to, Clifton?
With Tatum and Lowry going out of bounds, they call it a simultaneous.
Yeah.
How does a ball hit 2 people?
It was. They did the right thing. It was.
Yeah, I looked at it. I thought that. Sorry, Michael. I thought that the ball did go.
For Tatum.
I was happy with that call. That it was but yeah, The Raptors are going to win this in 6.
Mm-hmm.
You're really sticking to your
I would
prognostications.
like it to come true your way, Jude.
Michael, you still think it'll be 7?
That means we'll win 2 in a row, right?
Did you see
At
the
least.
Celtics in the tunnel? Hey, did you see?
No, what happened? The Celtics in the tunnel. Jude.
Yeah, Jude, you're freezing right now.
Hey, Jude. So did
Hey,
you see,
Jude, don't freeze
Michael,
on me.
did you see the,
Clifton needs to call Lowry. Oh, no, nothing. They just looked deep. It really.
Are you hearing him, Clifton?
just
Clifton
in
Pro.
snippets? Jude, we're not hearing
I'm
you.
not getting you, Jude.
Why don't you unmute and then mute?
What's happening?
You were freezing. You were
All right.
coming true.
The
Okay.
last we heard, you were talking about, did we see the Celtics in the tunnel?
Okay. Can you hear me now, though?
Yes, we can.
Yes.
I can.
Go ahead. What happened about
Yeah, so, okay, after the game, after today's game, the Celtics going, leaving the court, walking down the tunnel to the change room, they looked defeated. They looked deflated. They looked demoralized. They looked like they knew the series is over, that they had blown a chance in the last game to go up 3-0. Now it's tied 2-2. I think they know it's inevitable that they're going to lose this series. They know that the Raptors got serious momentum now, and it's just a matter of time. That's the impression I got from looking at their faces and reading their body language.
Well, I'll tell you, next game, I wouldn't bank on that assessment. I'm going to treat them like they're fresh as a Raptor, and I'm just going to go at them the way we went to them today. The defense was great today. You know, we got lots of deflections, we got lots of charges. You know, and I like how Nurse kept mixing up the defense. You know,
Box and one.
box and one.
He bought it, didn't he?
Triangle two, all these things. He kept mixing it up so that they couldn't run a good play, right? They come at a time when the defense changes. So Boston's offensive attack has to be adjusted.
So the question I have to ask both of you is, can the Raptors win the whole thing playing their key guys every second of the game? Lowry, Siakam, Van Fleet played every minute of this game.
No.
Is that sustainable?
No, that's not sustainable. And I'm surprised that he hasn't started bringing more guys in, especially Boucher. I'm sure most of you might agree with me with that, because you cannot be pushing those guys those many games, especially when you're playing a game every other day.
Yep. I agree with you, Clifton.
And
I think he was desperate this game, and because of that, he kept his starting guys in, and he went with them exclusively. He tried to do that last game as well, but today he was successful that way. But like you say, we can't continue like this. We have to bring the bench in the next game. I expect to see more of the bench guys coming, because as this series goes along, as we go longer into the playoffs, we're going to tire our guys out with that approach. You know, you got to have the bench.
Yeah, Marc Gasol is not really giving us a whole lot defensively or offensively. I see no harm in getting Boucher some minutes in there. Ibaka's playing great. I would reduce Gasol's minutes and give some of those to Boucher for his athleticism, for his shot blocking, for his rebounding. Because Gasol is not really adding value right now for us.
Yeah, because
I agree with you wholeheartedly there, Jude.
Gasol only gave us in 25 minutes, 4 points, 2 rebounds, and 5 assists. He shied away from like more threes than there are trees in Hyde Park. You know, shots that he could take threes, and he just said no. He passes it. And you're right.
He's not looking to score. You can say as soon as he gets the ball, he's not even looking at the basket.
So I think that's
one thing.
He's
not looking to score. You got to stay offensive in order to be effective. I mean, it's good to play defense, but you have to stay offensive. When he gets the ball, Boston relaxes when he gets the ball because they know the shot's not going anywhere. And they just go try to get out to the open guys, you know?
Yeah, you know what? I would say I would say this about Marc Gasol's offense. It's offensive to me.
Say that one more time.
But look, Trish, he's a pretty good offensive player when he looks for his offense.
He is, but he's not looking.
No, I think he's feeling old, like you said. He's feeling his age.
Yeah.
He always looks
Yeah, he's
so
looking at it.
hesitant. He always
He's
looks
looking
so hesitant. Every time the ball goes to him, there's always hesitation. His first move.
Mm-hmm.
So I agree with you back to that thing about Boucher. Boucher will take some of his minutes. But is there a creeping conservatism happening with our coach, Night Nurse Nick? Because he seemed to be shades of Casey in terms of holding on to 3 guys instead of 2. So he's KC 2.0 in some respect. At the same time, he pulls out the...
It's almost like... Yeah.
He's Dr. Jekyll and
he's
Mr.
playing
Hyde.
scared.
He's playing scared? Explain.
Almost like he's playing scared. He's afraid to let the bench loose, you know? He is being very conservative this game, rightfully slow because we're down 2-1. We need to get back in the series. But moving forward, I would like to see him utilize his bench more, you know?
Yeah, I agree, Michael. He's been real conservative with his usage of the bench, but hey, we got 2 victories with this strategy, 2 victories that we needed. I don't think it's sustainable that we can ride our guys, our key guys that long. We're going to have to bring in the bench going forward. Matt Thomas saw some spot duty out there today, but he was ineffective. I don't think he was 0 for 1. It was a bad shot. So I think that experiment is over. Maybe I'd like to see Ed Davis Jr. get some minutes, but certainly Boucher as well.
Yeah, I don't think we need to look for the 3 from Matt. When he comes in such a short period of time, it's hard for a long-distance sniper to really get going. You know, you might give him the first shot. If he makes it, then you stay with him.
Maybe he's just use him as a decoy. I don't know.
Yeah, that works too.
Mm-hmm.
But look, a lot of 3s tonight, though. And Boston 3s didn't go. Like I was in the last games, and ours went in tonight. So we rained 3s on them, right? How significant was the 3-point tonight, and can we sustain that going in? OG's got a nice stroke coming on here, y'all.
Well, you know what? The 3-point shooting, from our perspective, we were at our season average. We didn't shoot extraordinarily well.
Sure.
We didn't shoot poorly. We're at our season average 38.5%. Boston shot 20%. They shot like we did in our first game. So I suspect going forward, we're going to shoot even better because we've had a couple of poor games. This has been our best shooting game of the series, but it's just at our season average. I believe we're going to have some games where we're going to shoot above grade, and those will be blowout victories. It's going to be, 2 tough games, 2 more tough games we have to win, but we're in the driver's seat right now. We have the momentum. Boston, the best blows, and we come out ahead. Not ahead, but we're tied 2-2. But in reality, we should be up 3-1. But I'm happy with the 2-2 right now.
You know what I'm concerned about? I'm concerned about how many points we're giving up in the paint.
40 in the third.
We have to make a concerted effort to box out. Stick to the basics.
Yeah.
Find your man, box him out, get some rebounds. We haven't been doing that very well.
Oh, you're big.
That's a very difficult strategy to continue with.
Well, where do we go from here then? We're 2-2.
I think Marc Gasol is partially to blame for that.
Yeah, he's not finding his man. Like I'm saying, he's moving too slow. He's too slow for those guys. Tice is, and Williams, when he comes in, he's too slow for both those kids.
Yeah.
I suspect we're going to see less. I suspect we're going to see less and less Marc Gasol really in the upcoming games.
I don't know. It doesn't seem like Nurse is willing to cut his minutes.
I was supposed to.
Yeah, I don't think so.
I was surprised to see him in the 4th. Wasn't he in there in 4th?
Yeah, before he fouled out. Yeah, before he fouled out.
He took. I mean, Ibaka had it going, right? Thank goodness he had it going. He got some good minutes, but I think he should have just left Ibaka in. I think he's just trying to get Mark going again. I think that's why he put him back in. He's trying to get him going for the future games we have down the road. I guess he's a work in progress for Nurse.
Yeah, you know what? You know what? You look going forward. Let's say we advance and we end up playing Miami, likely, because I don't think Milwaukee's going to come from 0-3 down.
No.
Who is Marc Gasol going to guard on the Miami team? Adebayo? Is their center? You can't guard him.
No.
There's really no other centers for left from him to defend against. If you go on the Western Conference, maybe he could match up against Anthony Davis.
Oh God, no! Anthony Davis is too quick.
Yeah. But when you look at last year, the matchups were in his favor. You know, with Joel Embiid, he defended him great.
Mm-hmm.
And then in the Milwaukee, he helped build that wall against Giannis. Right now, I think Marc Gasol is out of his element. He looks like an old school player playing in a new school game. He doesn't know what to do. He's reluctant to shoot. He's not really rebounding. He's not defending. He's not scoring. So like, why is he out there?
I think he woke up and the game has passed him by. I think that's what happened to Mark. He's trying to figure it out.
That happened rapidly in just one season, in a way.
Last year, I mean, it was you saw it coming from last season. You know, I mean, he uses smart. He's a very smart player. He uses smarts. Now it seems like the game has gone beyond his smarts.
So he's cut in the off season. Then
you're right. He had some poor games last year. Yeah. What was that, Clifton?
He'll get cut, saves us 20-something million in the off season.
28 million. Yeah. He took the option on his contract, 28 million. So next year, I don't know if anybody's going to offer him that much money.
No.
We should not, definitely.
No.
I don't even know whether we re-sign him for half that.
I wouldn't resign him. It's time to move on. It's time for the Raptors to move on because
we need a center.
Yeah.
We need a dynamic center, a scorer, a defender.
Yeah, we do need a center.
Mm-hmm. Somebody's out there.
We can get Brooklyn Nets center. Jared, what's his name? Jared.
The guy with the fro.
Yeah, I love the way he goes to the boards. Yeah.
He's dynamic.
I love his energy. He goes to the boards. He's not afraid of anybody.
They're not going to let him go, though.
No, not for cheap.
No, not for cheap. That's for sure.
So, gentlemen,
hold on to it.
These kind of games, right, are always very crazy for me because you're on edge. We got to win this. And your hometown cheering, right? And somewhere along the line, reality catches up with your hometown cheering and you, if we could have, should have, would have. When did that happen in the game for you? Because we were leading for, as you say, all the way through, right? But there were times where they came tied. Actually, didn't they get ahead of us a few times? And when in the game did you each individually realize that we got this?
2 minutes to go in the game.
2 minutes to go, yeah. Yeah, it was late. It was late. It's never early. I mean, I thought let me see the exact moment when, who was it? Smart went up there and made 1 or 2 free throws. No, sorry. When Anunoby hit both free throws to put us up 7 to make it a 3-possession game, then I started feeling comfortable. I said, okay, now we got this because there's under 46 seconds left. We can run out the clock. As long as we hit our free throws, we'll be fine.
Mathematics.
Only at that point there did I feel secure in the victory.
Mathematics kicked in.
That geometry comes in handy sometimes. Geometry and physics.
Calculus.
I'm old enough to know with like Clifton, with you and Michael, it used to be called arithmetic back when I was in school.
Arithmetic.
Yeah, arithmetic. Or sums back in the day too. Sums.
Yeah.
Thank you all so much. Go ahead, Michael.
I just hope Nurse could count past 8. You know, in terms of how many guys he plays. I hope his math is pretty good.
Yes.
So
game 5 is on Monday, right?
Yeah, 2 days from now.
6:30?
Yes.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, we got this. Raps in 6.
Wow. I'm getting warm to the idea. I just Raps to win because Michael, you say Raps in 7, right? Still.
But I would love it to go Jude's way, to tell you the truth. I was saying 7. This is a very tough challenge, you know. But it looks like we got them dejected and down. I hope they can't recover from this.
Yeah,
3 feet.
Yeah, 3 feet. Yeah, because they definitely look like they were beaten down. And we stopped a lot of them, and we got physical with them too in a lot of cases. And we got a lot of calls our way.
Mm-hmm.
We definitely flummoxed them, I thought. So I think we got under their skin. And is that champion zeal you think we have under us? That champion character that distinguishes in that way?
It certainly helps. It certainly helps being the champion, knowing that you have to defend. It gives you a reason to raise your game.
And Boston has a history of blowing leads. Didn't they blow a 2-0 lead against Miami 2018? So that's going to be playing in their minds too. Playing against a champion and having a history of blowing leads.
Mm-hmm. Let's project past this here and assume this is in the bag. Does this mean we just go straight to win it all?
What do you mean, Clifton?
Miami after this, let's say. Or and then
that's gonna be another strong.
And then LA, whichever the LA, if that happens.
Mm-hmm.
I think that Miami is playing outstanding basketball right now.
Yes, they are.
Combined with Milwaukee playing really poor basketball. I believe that Miami is vulnerable. I don't think they can continue playing at the level they are. But I always felt that Boston would be the toughest challenge for us in the East.
Yes,
even more so than Milwaukee. Even more so. So we get past this series here, I think it'll be an easier run for us. We match up better against Miami than Boston.
Yes, we do. We do.
Mm-hmm.
I could see OG having a really good game against Miami. You know, he might be going up against Bam Adebayo in terms of his mobility and his strength. You know, keep him off the boards. That's the matchup there. That game.
And further to that, though, either the LA team, supposing that those would be two of the front runners, with Kawhi and LeBron and Anthony Davis, how do we match up with those two teams to get it all?
Look how we did against them during the regular season. We did pretty good. We beat them quite more times than they beat us, I do believe. I don't have the exact stats.
I think we were 2-0 against the Lakers, and I believe we were 1-1 with the Clippers.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I know they beat us once.
Yeah.
But we're looking good again. We're looking very good against the West. Very good. We're right there in the middle of our three-peat.
And as two ex-players, right? When people say you got the momentum, they got chemistry, that the momentum has shifted, what does it actually mean in the locker room and the players, where you've been in situations where you've come down from that or something close to that, and you feel this rush of adrenaline? Can you explain that feeling and how that then transfer to the next game?
But it depends on how the game, how you play. When you have good chemistry going, I mean, the ball is moving. You know, you have a certain player going good. You make sure you feed them. You know, you can adjust the things on the fly. You win a game like that, you feel good. But what you could never do is to relax after that. You have to bring it again the next time.
Yeah, Clifton, my impression of momentum means that as a player, that things are always going to go your way. You're going to get all those loose balls. You're going to make all those 50-50 plays. You're going to make your shots. The other team's going to miss your shots, deflections. Just everything's going to go your way. That means, and you feel confident as a player. Conversely, on the other side of the coin, when you don't have momentum, you just feel that you don't get any breaks. All your shots are gonna, go in and out. You're gonna miss key free throws. You're gonna get foul trouble. It's just kind of psychologically, it puts you in a really bad spot. But when you have momentum, you just feel, hey, things are going our way. We're gonna get every break, every call. We're gonna make most of our shots. We're gonna win the game ultimately.
Mm-hmm. Well, look, I want to thank Jude Kelly and Michael Solomon, two OGs of the basketball cognoscenti here in Canada. And this has been the Clifton Joseph podcast. Please like, subscribe, comment, tell other people about it. And coming soon, donate. Thank you so much. We'll be back there taking care of business in the wrap-up of the Raptors playoff games. Thank you for being with us. Jude Kelly, any last words? Michael Solomon, any last words?
Go Raptors.
Thank you. Yeah, go Raptors. 2 more to go.
Michael?
That's it. I say go Raptors, man. Let's bring it. Be ready to fight. Be ready to brawl. That's what it's about. It's a dogfight now. Somebody's trying to take your lunch money. That's how we have to look at it.
Woof, woof. And we'll leave it at that.